Today, we are doing 9 reasons people have killed and got the gas. When I say the gas, I don't mean like gases in gas chamber. I mean gases in they got hit up. You know what I'm saying? So, let's begin. Warrensville Heights, 2012. A 16-year-old Ohio girl was passing gas in school. I guess one of those Ohio rippers. Another student, 16-year-old Shakira Dorsey, heard that fart and started shaming the girl for letting one rip in public. So, later that day, the girl decided to beat Shakira down. The beating was so bad that a group of adults, including Dorsey's stepfather, allegedly watched the brawl take place for a while before breaking it up. But it was too late. Dorsey was rushed to the local hospital and could not be saved. The young attacker was charged with murder. Authorities said the suspect was never identified because she was a minor, but rest assured, she got the gas. In Tennessee, 2012, 36-year-old Billy Payne and 23-year-old Billie Jean Hayworth unfriended Janelle Potter from their Facebook after an argument. So, Janelle runs crying to her 62-year-old dad, Marvin Potter, no relation to Harry, who simply got up, loaded his gun, and with a buddy, burst into the Mountain City home of Billy and Billie Jean and shot them dead. Billie Jean was found dead, still holding her baby, who was unharmed. The dad's old ass was convicted of murder and given 2 life sentences. Both Janelle and her mother, Barbara Potter, were each found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder for their involvement and sentenced to life in prison. They both got, actually, all 3 of them got, the gas. On January 13, 2014, Tampa, Florida, a man, Chad Olson, was in the Wesley Chapel Theater watching a movie called Lone Survivor. The movie hadn't started yet, just the previews, so he decided to text his daughter. Curtis Reeves, a 71-year-old retired police officer, confronted 43-year-old Chad Olson for texting his daughter, told him, and I quote, "Turn your f***ing phone off when you're in the f***ing theater." Chad left his seat, told his wife he was going to tell the manager, and he later returned back to his seat. He then told the retired officer that he reported him to the manager. The argument escalated, and the retired officer screamed, "You told on me?"
Who the f*** you think you are?
The man threw the popcorn at the officer, so the officer took out his revolver and fatally shot Chad Olson in front of his wife. He then placed the gun in his lap as if nothing happened, put his hand on his chin, and waited. The former cop was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. The kicker is, the investigators later said that the officer had used his phone to text his child seconds before the previews, just moments before the confrontation. The case is scheduled to trial, but we know that cop's gonna get the gas. In Russia, a 13-year-old boy and his 17-year-old sister were arguing over remote control. The boy got up out his chair, retrieved a hunting rifle from his bedroom, and shot his sister at point-blank range. The mother returned home from work and found her daughter laying dead. Here's the kicker. Because of his age, the boy did not face any criminal charges. They couldn't give him the gas. A Kentucky man, Stanley Neese, woke up one morning hungry. He asked his wife to make breakfast. As she made breakfast, he went to the bathroom to shower and shave. As he came into the kitchen afterward, he saw that his eggs were cold. He became so enraged that he grabbed a shotgun and went on a bloody rampage, killing 5 people, including his wife and stepdaughter, before turning the gun on himself at the trailer park. He got the gas. In 2006, on Southeast 95th Street in Moss Bluff, Florida, a man, Paul Crow, took a poop and realized there's no toilet paper. After doing his duty, he confronted his roomie, 58-year-old Kenneth Matthews, about who should replace the toilet paper roll in their bathroom. Paul walked away and came back with a sledgehammer and bludgeoned Kenneth to death. Crow was sentenced 2 years later to 30 years in prison for the grisly murder and a lifetime of the gas. Charles Manson's Manson family turned up at producer Terry Melcher's address only to find out that the intended victim no longer lived there. They still murdered the current residents. Why? Because they didn't want to waste the gas money. In the end, they all got the gas. "43-year-old John Cunningham and 44-year-old Leslie Lowe were planning a barbecue with family. As they set the grill up, they were deciding what meat to barbecue. Cunningham said, "We are cooking pork steaks." Lowe said, "Those are not pork steaks, they are pork chops." The argument got real, and the two men started fist fighting around 1 a.m. Family members in the home had to separate the two men. Cunningham went to another part of the house, grabbed a shotgun, and shot Lowe dead. Lowe died later at Barnes Jewish Hospital. The police officer, walking the handcuffed Cunningham out the kitchen, stopped and looked at the meat in the pan and said, "You're right. Those are pork steaks." Cunningham was taken to jail. He received the gas. On March 5, 2019, in Blytheville, Arkansas, 35-year-old Andre Crockett was sitting at home waiting for his brother Kevin Thomas, Priscilla Aldridge, to return with his fast food order. He ordered a hamburger and fries from a local fast food place. When they returned, Priscilla gave Andre his burger, but it had mayonnaise on it. Black people don't like mayonnaise. He went into a rage, screaming out,
"Bitch, you know I don't like mayonnaise on my hamburger."
They had a heated exchange. Then Andre Crockett shot and killed Priscilla Aldridge and wounded his brother. Crockett turned himself into police custody days after the shooting. A jury found Crockett guilty of first-degree murder and first-degree battery. He was sentenced up to 130 years in prison. That's 75 years for first-degree murder and 40 years for first-degree battery, plus an additional 15 years for possession of a firearm as a felon. He was hit with, everybody, the gas. So, if you like my true crime tales in story form, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And I'll try to upload at least twice every week. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.